Hello, good evening, good evening. How are you all doing? Happy Friday. How are you doing? My name is Sandra. I am based here in South Africa, but you can call me Boss Mom, okay? I am going to be talking about an incident that happened to me on Wednesday evening, which is about 2 days ago. But at the same time, out of this incident, I got some valuable lessons that I would like to share with you. So, I would like you to make sure that you use these tips because you never know when you will need to use them in the future. Okay. So, as a boss mom, I call myself a boss mom because I'm still I call myself 9 to 5 boss mom. I'm still working corporate, but at the same time, I love entrepreneurship. Okay. And my passion is helping other women how to be able to build an online business without feeling the overwhelm of disrupting their family life. And how do I help them? By creating generational wealth using things such as cryptocurrency. And what I love as well is helping women as kingdom entrepreneurs, as believers, how to be able to have the confidence to talk about their life as kingdom entrepreneurs, as women of God that are leading in the marketplace without feeling they don't have to talk about it. So I am confident that I am a kingdom entrepreneur. I am a believer of God, and I believe that God is in the marketplace. But tonight, I just want to talk about my phone was stolen and how I got valuable lessons because of cryptocurrency. So on Wednesday night, I took my son for soccer practice. And as we were coming back, I decided that, you know what, let's get takeaways. It's Wednesday. There's a restaurant called Steers. They normally do Wacky Wednesday. Okay. It's where you get buy one, get one for free burgers. I'm like, okay, I don't have to cook, so let me get my kids something. So we decided to go to a shopping center called Bele's Mall. Yes, I am mentioning the restaurant and the shopping center because they haven't done anything, because you understand why I'm mentioning the names. So we got there. The drive-through was full. I guess because it's a special on those Wednesdays, and we decided to park. We went inside the Steers restaurant by Bele's Mall. We went there. Inside it was packed as well. Placed our order. Then, because it was taking long to get our order, we decided to sit down. So where I was sitting, next to me, there was a bin, okay, where people put in the rubbish. And I sat there. It was almost 7 o'clock. Hi, pardon. Thank you for joining and watching. So as I'm sitting down, I took out my phone. It's a Huawei P30 Pro, okay? I loved the phone. I loved it. I sat down. The bin is next to me. As we're sitting down, I decided to join our church online service because it happens every Wednesday. So I'm watching there. I'm holding my phone in my hand. I'm sitting on the table, exactly as I am right now. I'm watching the service. Then a few minutes later, a guy comes next to me. He's putting something in the bin. So I looked at the guy. He looked at me. Immediately, this guy grabbed my phone and took off and ran out of the restaurant. So the moment he took my phone, I tried to grab it back, but I couldn't. He had already, taken it from my hand. I stood up and I screamed, "My phone!" And my son also stood up. We went out. A lot of people in the restaurant also started running out. When we went outside the Steers door, guess what I saw? That was like the real shocker for me. This guy had a car that was waiting for him. And the back passenger door was open. So the moment he ran, and this guy was fast, went inside the car. People are still trying to follow them. Even the security guards that were there tried to follow them. We couldn't catch up. I was just there standing and looking like, okay, even if I run after the car, it's not like I'm going to catch up with the thief, So yeah, that's what happened in a mall. In a restaurant where you think you're safe, but you're not. So guys, you need to be safe wherever you are. Ladies, you need to be safe. You never know who around you, you know, is planning some bad stuff, but that's the reality, because this guy came in pretending like he wants to buy something, but he wasn't buying anything. He just came to steal, you know. And the shocker that this person actually had a car waiting for him, that the moment he grabs whatever he wants to grab, and then he takes off. So I just want to share with you some tips that actually help me because of what I've learned, because I've been in cryptocurrency for a while. Number one, before this incident happened, during in the morning when I woke up, you know, something in my spirit was just telling me something is going to happen, and it's not going to, you know, when you know that something bad or something good is going to happen. I had that energy within me, and I ignored it. I just said, you know what, God, you sort it out. I didn't really go deeper into the spirit to say, God, you know, show me what this is and what I need to do. And usually that's what I normally do, and I advise you to do. Listen to your sixth sense. If you're a believer, listen to the Holy Spirit when he tells you, because normally we tend to ignore it and just say no. You know, it's just my instinct. There's no meaning to it. But what I want to tell you is there is meaning to it. And listen to your sixth sense. Listen to the Holy Spirit and ask for answers. Okay, so that is my tip number one. Trust your spirit, and make sure that you ask for answers, you know, for your guides or whatever you believe in. The second thing is, when you buy a phone, right? Always keep the box. So when I got home that same night, I now had to call my service provider to cancel, for them to block the phone. And when I called them, I'm like, okay, this is my number. Can you please block my phone? Somebody just stole it. And guess what they told me? You need to have the IMEI number, or the serial number of the phone. And I didn't have the phone at that time. But because I'm one person who likes hoarding, I always keep the boxes, you know, for whether it's shoes or a phone. I make sure I keep the original box. So lucky enough, I just remembered, I went to look for the phone and I found the serial number. So you need to make sure that when you buy a new device, you know, keep the IMEI number and the serial number, because that way you will be able to cancel it with your service provider. If you do not have that number, guess what? They will not be able to cancel your device. You might need to, you know, physically go into the shop. And because this happened at night, I was panicking that if I don't block my phone, these people are going to be able to use it, okay? And they're going to be able to get into my phone and start looking into my information. So that is so important. When you buy a phone, either keep the box or make sure that you write down the serial and IMEI number, okay? This way they will be able to blacklist the device. Now, the third tip, insurance. Okay, if you have insurance and you have a device, and let's say you buy your device from one service provider, let's say service provider is ABC, and then they give you a SIM card for service provider ABC with that device. And then you decide to take out the SIM card from service provider ABC. You decide to use a SIM card from Z service provider into the ABC device. So when you now want to claim from your insurance, guess what happens? They will ask you, were you using the original number, SIM card number that you were provided for the original device ABC together with the SIM card ABC? And if you were not doing that, they will not pay out your claim. So that's what happened as well. You need to be careful. You need to, that lesson is, you need to read the terms and conditions. When you buy insurance, or when you get insurance from wherever, make sure that you're using it with the same device. So make sure that whoever is your insurance provider, you read those terms and conditions. Because if you're using a different SIM card, a SIM number that is not the same as the device, when you get a contract, the insurance will not pay you out. Okay, now the fourth lesson, this one is super, super important. It's about backing up your information. Guys, it is so important when you're using the smartphones, they allow you to back up your information. So you can back up your information to your Google Drive. You can back up information to your device. But my advice is don't back up information to your device, because if that device is stolen, you cannot recover the information that is on the device. It's all gone. If you back it up on a Google Drive, when you set up your phone, again, you will be able to recover that information. Remember your passwords as well. And another super, super important thing that saved me, why I was not worried that they'll tamper with my information, I had Google Authenticator on most of my apps. Okay, what is Google Authenticator? It's an enhanced two-step verification. For example, if you're using WhatsApp, right? Some people might say you're paranoid for putting extra security, but I actually put in a two-factor authentication on my WhatsApp, because I know that the moment somebody hacks into your WhatsApp, they can start sending messages to people. They can start doing a whole lot of nonsense on your phone. So set up two-step verification. It's an app that allows you to get a code every 30 seconds or 1 minute. And when you enter that code, then you'll be able to go into your WhatsApp or any other app that you know has sensitive information. For example, your banking apps. You know, somebody can hack into your banking apps. But if you have enhanced security like SMS or calling verification or Google Authenticator, it's very difficult for that person to hack into your information. So it's so important for you to make sure that you have Google Authenticator. Okay, Google Authenticator, it's free. You can download the app on your Android, or you can download it from iStore or in Play Store. Sorry, from iStore and Play Store. So another app you can use, it's called Authy. And when you have generated those that information, the keys, right, you can back it up. So even if you lose your phone, all you need to do is just log in with your email address. It will ask you for certain questions. It will even ask you for your phone number, for your password. Once you verify that information, all your information comes back on your device. So make sure that you use these tips, guys. It's very important. You know, nowadays, our life is inside a phone, inside a device. It's like everything, our passwords, our banking information, sensitive information is always on our phone. So make sure that you keep your information safe. I am saying this because I've seen so many people that have lost information, that have not backed it up, and people have hacked into their stuff. You know, there's identity, is it theft, identity or identity theft? And, you know, to start making sure that you correct these things, it's even worse. It takes a long time. So the last thing I just want to say is all these tips that I shared with you, I would not have known it if I was not involved with cryptocurrency. I've been in cryptocurrency for the past 3 to 4 years now. And for me, I always say that I am a student. Every single day, I'm always learning. And what I learn, I put it into action, and I make sure that I understand it from basics, you know, to advanced. So I wouldn't have known all this knowledge about backing up, about security, if I was not involved in cryptocurrency. You know, another thing that I would like to share, yes, we love using Gmail a lot, but how many of us have had their Gmail attacked, information lost? So I would recommend you using an exchange that is called Proton Mail. Proton Mail is an exchange email that was created on a platform called blockchain technology. Blockchain technology is super, super awesome because it's one of those technologies where it's very difficult for somebody to hack in. Blockchain technology is now being used in a lot of industries, like, for example, like governments for elections. When you store data or information or record information on the blockchain, you cannot remove that information. It's immutable. So some countries in Europe used it for elections and it worked. We know in some countries when they do elections, people steal the ballots. people are counting the numbers incorrectly. You know, a lot of fraud happens. But when you start using the blockchain technology, it reduces, it not even reduces, it takes away all those things that are happening. So I hope you have learned something today. If you would like these tips, I have a PDF that I would like to share with you. And I also have a free basics training that I do on WhatsApp. It's virtual on WhatsApp. You know, for anybody that has never heard about cryptocurrency, we learn about the basics. What is cryptocurrency? What is Bitcoin and how it started? I always make sure I take a group, as a small group of people to make sure that we are interacting, it's intimate, and we are all understanding what we are learning. So thank you so much, Kenny, Knowledge Pattern. I really appreciate you guys watching. And do like, share, and I really appreciate everyone. A happy Friday. I will chat with you again soon.